Welcome back to Mario Waits His Turn. 997, 998, 999, 1,000! Nyahaha, 1,000 arrows. For cover they run, yeah? Fun this is, yes. Nya, another 1,000 will I shoot. Thanks, Psychotic Yoda. Or the dangling participle from King's Quest VI. Mario, who is that guy? He must be the one shooting arrows at Rosetown. And there he is, Bowyer. Because he's a bow. Because the enemies in this game are weapons. This was lost on me as a kid. Oh yeah, Flunkies. Flunkies is a good name for minions. Oh no, he's not stopping. We've got to do something. And here comes one of the best lines in the game. Who do you think you are, Bruce Lee? You can't just go in there with your fists flying. I love how out of left field that is. I get why Nintendo doesn't include references to real people in their games anymore, like they did with Hey Einstein, I'm on your side, and Star Fox, and in this game. Like, it makes sense. These people don't exist in the Mario universe, and also including real people can get dicey sometimes, but come on, they could have at least kept the joke in the remake, because in the remake all they do is, who do you think you are? You can't just go in there with your fists flying. I think what they should have done, and my friend, I think, was actually the one who told me this idea, he said that they should have done, who do you think you are, Little Mac? Because that would have kept it within the Nintendo canon. I don't think there would have been any legal issues there, probably. And all of a sudden, they're in a battle now. I think it's cool that there's a battle that has started without us. I serve a higher authority. That star piece belongs to everyone. I don't know what kind of voice this is. I just assume that Geno is kind of an anime protagonist, but I don't watch anime, so I don't know how they're dubbed. You can't keep it. Nya nya! I'm an angry cat. I'm a cat! Meow. Man, why are there two feature film animated, or at least partially animated, video game movies about two of the most famous video game mascots of all time, where in both of them the main character says meow? Like, how is that a thing that happened? And within the same few years, too. Also, where are Mario and Mallow right now? Because I feel like 2 seconds ago they were hiding behind a tree trunk in the same vicinity as Bowyer and Geno, and now they're just miles away. Youch! Oh well. This is the forest maze, I guess. It's okay for there to be random, endless dirt roads. Stop it, that's enough. I'm gonna commit genocide on you. Gun ya, nya! There's a loud car outside. Would you shut up? Since it can clearly hear me from indoors. But I like gun ya. That's a good word. That's what I picture the name of a cat in a mech suit with an arm gun to be called. Like the one in Gato Roboto. Also that face. That's a good face. It's like a flattened troll doll. Strong you are, but stronger am I. Hurt you will I, or I will. Got partly dyslexic there for a moment. Then again, that's this entire character, so I think it's acceptable. Nya nya nya! Mario did a sick move just then. It's like 360 arrow scope? I don't know, never mind. Thanks for the help, but who are you? I could ask all three of you the same question, because this is the only game that at least two of you are in. Unless you count the remake. Mario, you just ditched me back there. Yeah, Mario's kind of a jerk that way. But we love him anyway. Huh? Don't I know you? You look familiar. And he shakes his head no, and then nods yes. You're giving me mixed signals here, Geno. So, you're the Mario. We know about you. He almost says that like it's the royal we, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Knock knock, yeah. Insulted I am. And then the battle just starts. I kind of love this, actually, because we're playing as Geno now. Completely unannounced. We're just him now. No tutorial, no pop-up that says, Geno is now in your part. No, it just starts. Or him. I think that's kind of awesome. And I think the timing on the Geno beam is to let go when there are 3 stars in his move. I'm probably a little bit under-leveled for this fight, or at least it feels like I am. Because I practiced this a little bit, and yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but this is, at least conceptually, one of my favorite fights in the game. And we'll see why shortly. Beat you with my froggy stick. Actually, I don't like that. That sounds like a euphemism. Now 3 against 1. Nyat, fair. Fix it I will, nya. Shoot an arrow I shall when a targeted hits. That button, locked. Button capitalized for no reason. Yeah, and this is the gimmick of the fight. Every once in a while, one of the buttons will be locked, and you can't use it. And usually it will be the button that you use the most, so you can maybe try to strategize around that if you want. And I'm about to either blow your mind or convince you that I'm an idiot, one or the two, because this feels like it should be obvious, but it certainly wasn't obvious to me, and I know that I'm not alone in that. The buttons have eyes. Like the little things on the front, I didn't even think of them as anything. I just thought they were random dents or something, but they're eyes, and they close whenever the button is locked. So that's pretty cool. Hold Y for power. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the timing. Alright, gonna go attack. Might as well go all in while we still have all our buttons here. And one of these is probably going to be locked. Yep, it's the attack. I figured as much. See, the eyes closed. Staticky. I hate the staticky. Ah, okay. I can still do Geno Beam. Gonna stay the course. This boss fight music is reminding me. I had the opportunity recently to help my nephew with this game, actually. I think I'll go... Actually, I should probably heal. I should start healing with some of this. Yeah, my nephew, I was over at my brother's place, and he has a son who really loves Mario, and he had started playing Super Mario RPG, the remake. So, I offered to watch him play and say, hey, do you want any tips? He was like, sure, I'd love some tips. And I don't think he really needed them because, for one thing, the remake is easier than this version of the game is. Both because they have that party attack system and also because, I don't know, it's just more easily telegraphed. And I think it's also possible that he maybe played a little bit ahead and died at some point, and then because the way that this game works, if you get sent back to a save point, you keep your levels that you got since that save point, so you can definitely be over-leveled going back to an earlier part of the game. But yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem like he needed my help because he was blazing through every boss fight and everything with minimal effort, just kind of mashing buttons. But even still, it was just kind of sweet because as we were leaving to go back home a little later, like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so later, it must have still been on his mind, because from up the stairs, he called to me and said, bye John, or bye Uncle John, thanks for the tips. And it was just nice, it felt thoughtful. So I'm happy to have helped him, and been, on that day, a small part of him growing up with, in a certain way, the same game that I did growing up. It's kind of cool how that works out. I'm not fully focused on this boss fight. I'm just hoping I'm hoping it is not too hard for my relatively little grinding up to this point. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I got the normal attack. I'm gonna keep going. Knock knock shell. I have a terrible knock knock joke. I mean, you thought the one from earlier was bad when I said knock knock, who's there, shell? No, I have a worse one that I have told my friends on a few occasions. And it's bad because it's mildly offensive. But don't take this as something that I endorse. Of course, I guess this is no worse than one of the jokes that Grunkle Stan makes in one of the early Gravity Falls episodes, but either way. But yeah, so the joke is, knock knock, who's there? Oh no, that was just the sound of me beating my wife. It's terrible. It's terrible. Don't use that one. Maybe use that one, but don't beat your wife, please. Alright, static E again, and Mario is dead. Sweet. Okay. I'm going to heal Geno. I'm going to pick me up Mario. Yeah. Wake up, sir. And no more items. But I can still use HP Rain with Mallow if I have to, but hopefully I won't because I'm running low on FP and I can still use Honey Syrup, but... Well, no, I can't use Honey Syrup yet, actually. Because the items are gone. See, the fight makes you adapt. It's neat. Alright. Just gonna attack, I guess. Oof. Alright, so you're dead. This could be bad. Between recording sessions, or not recording sessions, I guess, just between the last video and this one, I ate a blueberry Pop-Tart for the first time. And gotta say, it tastes, at least to me, exactly identical to strawberry Pop-Tarts. I'm not convinced they're different things. Alright, sorry to interrupt this amazing battle. My mom and I did actually do a taste test of both kinds of Pop-Tarts, and we agreed that they are slightly different, but hard to tell which one's which. Yeah, I'm gonna go Honey Syrup. Get a freebie, sweet. And Mushroom for Marrow. Bone Marrow. Don't Bone Marrow. That would be in an R-rated game. Or not an R... That's not the rating system that ESRB uses. Okay, so I'm back to full FP, or at least more FP. I didn't pay attention to how much I have. But I have enough for Geno Beam anyway. I think I timed that wrong. Yeah, I did it a little too early. I didn't wait for all the 3 stars to line up. I didn't wait for the stars to align. Perfect that move. Guess all I can really do right now is jump. No, I can heal. Healing would be important. Jeez. I think I'll prioritize... I mean, Mallow is the healer. I think I should probably heal him so that we can be a little safer. And then... Nope, not Able... What? Able Juice. This fight might be a little bit on the tense side, but we got a lot of mushrooms thanks to the psychedelic forest. So, we might be good. Geno Beam again. Geno Beam being our most useful asset at this time. No, I did it early again. Dang it. Oh wait, no I didn't. Okay. And the bow is dead. And we take a bow. I don't know. Thanks for the help. You really got me out of a jam. It was grape. Why are you staring at me? You know I'm more than just a doll, don't you? Yes. Have you guessed the truth? I'm a visitor from above, and this is a form I'm borrowing briefly. Yeah. Oh! I like their delayed reaction. It's like they look at each other, they're acknowledging, oh yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't! You mean like from the sky or something? Higher than that, I'm afraid. Do you two know anything about the Star Road? Nope. Completely in the dark, eh? Well, it's a big mess up there right now, and it concerns you too. Let me explain. I think this is a cool idea for a game, even though they reuse it almost exactly the same way in Paper Mario. I like this idea. You've heard of wishing upon a shooting star. At the Star Road, your wish is transformed into a star. When it's granted, it then turns into a shooting star and falls down to Earth. So you see, the Star Road plays an integral role in granting wishes. Jiminy Cricket should have told this to you, but ever since a sword destroyed the Star Road, everything's come to a halt. No stars have been made since then. The way things stand, yours is a world where wishes can't come true anymore. Oh no! Are you saying this star is a part of your Starway? I like the word Starway. Might use that sometime. Hint, hint. Or not, I'm actually not sure. That's Star Road, my fluffy little friend. Yes, that star is a broken piece of the Star Road. I'm here to find them all and repair the Star Road. The broken star pieces are part of the Star Road. There are 7 altogether. For peace to return, we must get rid of Smithy, find the star pieces, and repair the Star Road. But it's hard to pronounce, so call me Geno after the doll. I chose him because he looked like the Star Road. Now grab the Star Road. He says it so many times, I just had to throw in a few extra. A nice mystical time. And here we are, getting our first green star, everybody! Only 119 more and we can unlock the Grandmaster Galaxy. Actually, is it 100? Maybe it's 118 more. Do you get one of them? No. Yeah, you get 120 and then the Grandmaster Star opens, because that's the 121st one. Just forgetting, it's been a while since I've played Galaxy 2. Come on, let's get this show on the Star Road. Geno, in quotes, who is searching for the pieces of the Star Road, joins Mario and Mallow. Things are definitely looking up. That reminds me, one of the gifts that I've sent to my friends recently, I recently added a feature, a very insignificant feature to my game that I'm working on now, where you can look up and the camera moves up, like in Yoshi's Island. So I've just sent that gift to people with the caption, "Things are looking up. Find the star pieces and bring peace back to Mario's world." Is it the Super Mario world? Oh! Kind of. Alright, let's continue on. This looks friendly. Trying to think if I have any other anecdotes that I can share while not a whole lot is going on. I had a weird experience actually at a Walmart recently. Because... let's see, what was I getting? I was buying air freshener, like an air freshening spray. And the reason I remember this is because it took forever to find. I could have just asked somebody right away, but I don't know. It seemed like it should have been obvious where the air freshening was. But it's one of those things where it feels like it could be in any part of the store. I looked in the bathroom section, the kitchen section. I looked in the soaps. I looked in cosmetics just in case. It ended up being in, like, the baby section or something that didn't even make sense to me. And I had to ask somebody to know where it was. But while I was there, in one of the aisles, there was somebody, a young woman, backing up from the counter, or not the counter, from the aisle, from the shelf. And I was behind her, and she was about to lightly bump into me. It wasn't going to be a big deal, it was just, you know, I figured I'd say something before she bumped into me, so I said, "Excuse me." And immediately, she goes, and rockets backward, and, like, catches herself on the shelf with one hand and puts her other hand on her chest and is just breathing heavily like she had almost been stabbed. It was a dramatic reaction to the reality of what was going on, which was just I was behind her and said, "Excuse me." And I didn't really know what to say to this. I just said, I'm sorry." She said, "You scared me." I'd noticed. I didn't say that, but then she said, "Are you okay?" Like I was the one in distress, when I definitely wasn't, and I appreciate her concern. It was very unusual, and I said, "I'm okay, are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm fine." Still catching her breath, and I left because I didn't know what else to do at that point. So yeah, that was the story of the somewhat unfortunate Walmart interaction, I guess. I'm concerned about her. I hope that she's okay. It seemed like maybe she had experienced some kind of trauma before or something. That's my best guess, because it really was a significant reaction. And on another note, I guess another anecdote that I have is related to this Yoshi race. Hello again, get ready for the Mushroom Derby. Want instructions? Sure. So my anecdote here is that years ago on Newgrounds, I was, I think, invited onto a collab that never got finished. Collabs are what they called, like, animated collaborative projects back then, which they're called other things now. Like Reanimateds is one example of a collab nowadays by that term. But my idea for a little pixelated skit animation that I was going to make with Super Mario RPG graphics was I was going to make something out of the Yoshi race. And the main joke that I was going to make was all the other Yoshis would have a high-pitched voice like, "We need to beat Boshi in that race. Can you do it, Yoshi?" And then Yoshi himself would have a really deep voice like,
"Oh, I don't know, guys. I might not be able to do it."
But the reason I bring this up, there is a little bit more to it than that. I also made up a song. And I'll probably get to that when the time comes, but first I will turn up the music just a little bit for myself, because this is our display of the way this minigame works. A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. That's all you do. I'm surprised by how many, well, I'm half surprised by how many people don't seem to get this minigame very easily. Like, they give you the option to use cookies to boost yourself through this minigame, which makes it exceptionally easy if you do that. But I don't think I'm going to use cookies unless I fall behind, which I don't think I should, because it's easy enough to just press A, B with the rhythm. But anyway, I'm gonna sing the song that I wrote for that little skit animation, despite how dumb it is. All you gotta do is move your feet, step with the beat, and try not to trip up, flow with the rhythm. Music timing is everything. A, B, 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 A, B. Yeah. That's it. Oh, got a little bit off there for a second. I'll use the cookie at the end. Photo finish. Wow, unbelievable! You just beat Boshi! Wouldn't it be funny if you could just use your tongue and win the race despite falling behind, like in Cars? Especially since Yoshi has a freaking long tongue, it would be really easy. I mean, I guess that's kind of what happened just now, in a way. Starting today, Yoshi's the new boss around here! So is Boshi's name a pun on him being the boss Yoshi? Is that the joke? Since when have you been able to sprint like that? Since I learned rhythm. Because before I ain't got rhythm. Oh, well, I had my day in the sun. Let me give you a tip. Race someone slow. Bye, Uncle John. Thanks for the tips. That way you'll be able to stash away the cookies. In your browser. But we don't need a boss. Anyway, I just want to race. Brr, brr, brr. Come on, Boshi. Let's see what you're made of. Or sorry.
Come on, Boshi. Let's see what you're made of.
Alright, just stay out of my way. Oh, here's the cookie stash for the winner. And then the cookie stash is just an odd item that I'm probably never going to use unless I just want to show it off once.
Thanks to you, Mario, I finally beat that rascal and we can all race together now.
Or is I guess the Yoshi's cookie is what I was talking about, not the stash of cookies. Bah. I think it summons Yoshi into battle, but he doesn't really do much. So next time, we'll be going off to Moleville, and hopefully extracting some moles.